back to Infinity Platter. Today I have something fun in store for you. I'm going to show you how to make an easy version of Hyderabadi Chicken Biryani. When I think of biryani, I think of Sunday lunches with my whole family. Happy times with fun conversations and quality bonding time doing what we do best, feasting on delicious food. Biryani is believed to have originated in Persia and is thought to have come to India through the Arab traders and the Mughals. When the Mughals came through, their armies were on constant march. The soldiers had to be fed one solid meal per day, and so they mixed rice and meat, creating a hearty carb and protein-rich meal. As the army traveled towards different regions of the country, they adapted this dish and started using spices that were found locally, creating the vast variety of biryanis India has today. India has over 20 varieties of biryani. For example, Ambur biryani from Tamil Nadu, Awadhi biryani from Lucknow, Baktali and Kalyani biryani from Karnataka, Talaseri biryani from Kerala, and so on. Hyderabadi cuisine is unique given its blend of different cultures. The communities that make up the city have influenced each other's flavors over time, which has given Hyderabad a unique twist on its Mughalai cuisine. Biryani is a complex blend of flavors and might seem intimidating to make. It was definitely for me. However, with little practice, now it's a total joy to cook. Follow these steps and you'll have a delicious biryani ready to feed your family and friends. Rich and generously spiced chicken base, topped with subtly spiced basmati rice, garnished with fried onions, fresh herbs and saffron infused milk, this biryani is a celebratory dish. Let's not waste any time. Let's get cooking. And as usual, the full recipe is in the description box below. So the first step is to marinate our chicken. I would recommend to marinate it overnight because this will help the flavor get absorbed into the meat, and also it will help the meat to stay tender even if it's being cooked for a long time. But if you don't have time, marinate it and leave it for half an hour to 1 hour. By the time you finish all the prep, it will have enough time of marinade. I used chicken thigh and chicken drumsticks, both with bone. I like using meat with bone because it stays tender. Boneless meat like chicken breasts tend to dry out very fast, and that's not what you want. For the marinade, in a bowl, there's yogurt. I'm adding salt, ginger garlic paste, chili powder, and turmeric. Taste it now for salt before you add it to the raw chicken, because once you add it to the chicken, there's no way you can taste it. Now I'm going to add the marinade to the chicken. I'm going to mix it well, cover it and leave it in the fridge until I need to use it. The next step is to make our biryani masala or the biryani spice mix. We're going to dry roast whole spices and then blend them into a fine powder. For this spice mix, we need coriander seeds, dry red chilli, cardamom, clove, nutmeg powder, whole cumin seeds, black peppercorns, cinnamon, star anise, and mace. In a pan, add all the spices and dry roast them on medium heat for 1 to 2 minutes or until you start getting a strong spice smell. Dry roasting the spices does two important things. Firstly, it removes moisture from the spices, making it easier for them to turn into a powder. Second, and most importantly, it releases aromatic oils from the spices, which enhances the taste of the final dish. Once they're roasted, Wait for a minute or two until it cools down. Put them into a blender and then blitz them into a fine powder. Cover and keep it aside until you need it. So the next step is to cut our onions and deep fry them, and then also heat our milk and infuse saffron in it. Onions will take roughly 20 to 30 minutes to fry. Make sure that they're dark brown, but of course not burned. While they're cooking, let's get on with our chicken. In a pan, add oil and ghee. Add one finely chopped onion and saute until it softens. Once the onions reach this dark golden brown color, drain the excess oil and place them on kitchen paper. Once the onions have slightly browned like this, add ginger garlic paste and cook for a minute or so. Next, we're going to add our biryani spice mix and cook for a minute or two until the raw smell goes away. Next, we're going to add our chicken mixture. Whee! We need this chicken to become a little bit of a thick gravy, so I'm adding some water, because then all that gravy will get absorbed into the rice and it's going to be yum. Cook the chicken for around 20 minutes or until it's just cooked. Do not overcook it. Next, we're going to prep our rice. Measure out your rice and rinse it under water until the water comes out clean from all the starch. To the water, we're going to add some salt, ginger garlic paste and bay leaf. It's very important to add salt into the rice water, otherwise the rice will be bland and that's not what you want. Okay. Boil the rice for about 5 minutes. Make sure that the rice is only 3/4 cooked because it will continue cooking when you assemble it for the biryani. Now that our chicken is done cooking, I'm going to switch off the heat and I'm going to save a couple of tablespoons of this delicious gravy. I'm going to keep this aside and I'll tell you why in the end. Just this much. Our rice is almost done. Once the rice is 3/4 done, drain it and leave it aside until you need to use it. So now that everything's ready, the last step is the final assembly of our biryani. For this, I'm going to put some ghee on the base of the pan. Then we're going to add a small layer of rice, on top of which we're going to add our chicken. So on top of this gorgeous chicken, we're going to add some fried onions, some coriander, and mint. I'm just going to tear up the mint. Once that's done, I'm going to add rest of the rice on top of it. You remember I told you to save some of the chicken gravy? This tip my father-in-law gave me and I use it ever since then. So, the gravy took from the chicken, add it to your saffron milk. Now, this saffron milk is not just going to add color to the rice, it's also going to give this rice a beautiful chicken flavor. On top of this, I'm going to add a little bit of ghee and the remaining fried onions. And our beautiful herbs, coriander and our mint. I like garnishing with lots of herbs, but you can put how much ever you like. In the end, just spritz a little bit of lemon juice right on top. We're going to cover it and cook it on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay guys, now it's the revealing time. Yeah! That looks great. Shall we serve it? Let's do it. Mix it up a little bit. Okay guys, I'm gonna try it now. Oh, that's so fragrant and delicious. It's rich and light at the same time. I don't know how that's possible. The meat is so tender. The rice is perfectly cooked. The little gravy from the chicken is all absorbed by the rice and has an amazing flavor. Oh, it reminds me of home. It reminds me of sitting with my family and eating this delicious dish. Okay, I'm not gonna say more. I think you guys should try it and tell me if you like it. When you do make it, don't forget to tag me at Infinity Platter on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all my future recipes and adventures. See you next week!